Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It's Elliot Brown here at the Pivotal Podspective. Welcome. How you doing? But it's not just me today. No, it isn't. It's me and Adrian Darabantu.
Hello, everyone. I have a nice T-shirt here.
Wait a second. I have to do. I like that. Like I've got to do it at that angle there because otherwise it doesn't work.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's weird. That's weird. Obviously, if you're listening to this as a podcast, you won't have any idea what we're talking about. But because it's a split screen on what we're doing, then anyway, it doesn't really matter. You've got to watch the video. Go and watch the video.
It was more of an Egyptian intro or something like that. Just seemed like those Egyptian dances, to be honest. But yeah.
Egyptian. It's just like
exactly.
that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I can do it. Yeah. So I got it the right way around then. How you doing anyway today? You right?
I'm doing great. Yeah, I just enjoyed the sun. It's been lovely in the last few days, here in UK.
Yeah.
Obviously, I've seen you're playing quite a lot in the swimming pool. So yeah.
Listen, I haven't been in the pool, to be honest. I was sitting outside earlier when I did the quick live, just getting a few rays. To be honest with you, I decided that because of the lights in the studio here, I'm like, my face is like shining. So I need to get tan just for that. I've got people coming giving me bloody doing makeup on me, have I,
Spray tan, especially from AliExpress, mate. The Chinese one is the best, never goes away.
I've actually got Instagram going with the Essex Business Radio page on here, so thought we could maybe reach out to a few people over here. If you want to go and check out and see Adrian and myself, then go over onto the Essex Business Radio Facebook page or my Facebook page as well. So Adrian, we've had 7 great shows so far where you were the guest extraordinaire, and look,
thank you.
And now we're doing this together.
Yeah. I must have done something good. I don't know. I suppose that's why that's why we're doing it together now. Yeah.
It works well. It works well.
Exactly.
We're very different, but quite alike in lots of ways as well. So I think that works pretty well. And I'm looking forward to all the guests we've got getting lined up as well. I mean, putting that release out and things on social and getting the feedback. We've got some great guests lined up. Definitely.
Exactly, and I just checked basically the chatbot just before we went live, and I did some things over there just to make it look nicer, inside in the Google Sheets, and I've seen loads of people that signed up, so I can start doing my investigations about them.
Yeah, yeah, you will. It's Mr. Analytical is going to go through and then go and check them out.
I need to make their EBR profile,
Yeah, exactly. So what I did I did a post. I don't know whether you saw, I did a post.
I even gave you a like, I think.
I think you probably did actually. Where obviously for the chatbot, for getting. If they want to get on it, then if you're watching, guys, if you're watching now, if you're listening to this on a podcast afterwards, it probably won't be open, but we will have other competitions going and stuff over the time of doing this the series. But if you're watching this live or you catch this week, then get over onto the chat bot, press click on the send message button and get into the chat bot there and go ask a question and put, can I have a chat bot, please? Or if you are watching, guys, then comment, we'll give you a shout out and they say, can I have a chat bot, please? If you've got a business page, Facebook business page, and you want a chat bot put onto it free of charge, courtesy of Essex Business Radio and Forge Management and Adrian and myself.
And the website as well. Just throw in a freebie again.
Wait a second. What we've got here? I've got something in here. Wait a second. Somebody else has got to say something. Hey, like that.
Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, I enjoyed that.
So we had a couple of people make comments actually, and so we've got Debbie Eno. Hi, Debbie. Thanks for joining us both.
Hello, Debbie, and hi, Sol Maria.
And hi, Sol Maria as well. This is a great show. Love the show. Thanks, Sol Maria. We've got loads more coming to you. We're just getting warmed up, aren't we, Adrian? Just getting warmed up.
Oh, yeah. We're ready to rumble.
I'm chomping on the bit. I like this. Well, that's exactly. Weird. Yeah. Thanks, guys, for joining us. And don't forget, if you want to go free chat bot, then get over there. Or just wait till later on in the show. We'll talk about it. But today, I decided I want to talk about podcasts.
Yeah, I think because that's what we do. So
we are doing a podcast.
We kind of have to.
Yeah. So today and tomorrow we're going to cover a podcast. We're going to cover a couple of different elements as well. But as you can see from this, we're recording this live, but this is turned into audio and video podcasts. Now, it's a big movement right now, Adrian, isn't it?
It is. It's one of the biggest movements, to be honest, especially anyone that does online things, and especially entrepreneurs, I don't know, coaches, whatever you want to take, anything in that sector. They try to go and have their own podcasts, and by that, just like we've discussed, podcast doesn't mean just audio; it means video as well.
Yeah.
So video and audio, that's the future. Images kind of starting to slightly die. But yeah, video and audio, that's exactly what everyone is looking for now.
Yeah, definitely. And so we're going across, using a bit of technology, but we're going across a couple of platforms. That's going to grow. We're going to go into YouTube and LinkedIn as well in the coming weeks. We could almost do it now, but I've just got a couple of things that I want to be ready. I want to have ready for it. And we've got big plans.
Perfect, guys. Yeah, he's very meticulous in what he does, and that's why.
Hey, listen, I've learned a lot in the last 6 months from podcasting. From a couple of years ago, being sort of said to Brian, hi Brian, over in LA, of course. If he was talking, "Oh, do podcasts." Oh, really? That's not really my bag. I listen to house music on them, but that's about it. And I've seen, since obviously looking at it a lot more, there has been growth. I think there's going to be huge growth. There's huge growth at the moment. I think probably the biggest growth there has been. They've been going for years. I mean, this is nothing new, is it? Really, it's not necessarily pivotal in the fact that it's brand new, Adrian, is it?
I don't think they went into this format, and the things that happened recently, and the way how people understood the fact they communicate their thoughts and their beliefs and whatever they have in this way now. It's way better than before. And also before, let's say about 5 years ago, you didn't have that many platforms that supported that. It came like with other technologies as well, like similar, like we've discussed about QR codes. QR codes, people saying they were dead, but actually more platforms started to support them and push them. So that's why they became more popular now. It's exactly the same with the podcast. You see them everywhere now, and it's a very convenient way of learning, to be honest.
Yeah. I think it's a great way. I mean, listen, I'm not being funny, but when I first thought about doing this and first looked at it and looked at what everybody else was doing, I spent too much time doing that. Definitely. I spent way too much time looking at other people's. I think you've got to get a bit of an idea of what you want to do, and you just got to do it. But that's easier said than done. That is absolutely for sure. But I do think it's a great format for getting yourself out there. I mean, listen, to get engagement with maybe 10 or 15 or 20 people through doing things, you could send loads of emails. You could set up lots of systems to get them back. And, we're going to be talking about a lot more of those things as the weeks come on, I'm sure. But it's a great way to engage with people, to get yourself out there, promote yourself, market. It's audio and video marketing, isn't it? In essence, really.
And not just that, it kind of, I think it pushes yourself as well. Loads of people are afraid, maybe even talking in front of a crowd, or things like that. And in this way, it's very easy, at the end of the day. You don't really get judged straight away, and you shouldn't be afraid of any of those things, right?
Yeah.
So it's a really cool way to actually push your limits as well, and push your creativity, just because you always need to come up with new ideas. You learn loads of stuff, just like I said, and I love it.
Yeah, there is every genre out there, I mean, I don't need to sort of, where do you find them? Well, now on television, when they're talking about people doing podcasts, they say just wherever you get your podcast. And that's what we say, it's not even funny, but you use whatever platform you want to. Now, exactly. A lot of people use Spotify, which of course has been a big thing. And in the podcasting community, and there's going to be quite a few people that I've met in the last couple of months or few months that they're definitely going to be watching this and keeping an eye on what we're doing. But they know about the thing with Joe Rogan and Spotify. I mean, we were talking about this today, weren't we?
Yeah. I knew you're gonna head up to that discussion. Yeah. So for everyone that doesn't know, Joe Rogan, he's very unique in the way how he does podcasts. Basically, he puts a podcast out each day, which is massive amount of work. Probably that's all that he does now, to be honest.
Yeah, well, it's a big production now, isn't it? Well, it definitely will be after this deal, yeah.
Exactly, and he had a very interesting strategy. He always kind of bad-mouthed Spotify, and now Spotify actually offered him a $100 million deal to go exclusively on Spotify with all the podcasts and everything that he's going to do from now on. So it took a while, but it's worth it. Come on, it's $100 million, and he's still gonna do what he loves.
Yeah, totally. I mean, he's not doing bad anyway, to be fair. But you know, $100 million deal. That shows the movement that's happening right now. You know, and I've seen comments around this. You know, this may interest you, may not, but you've got to take notice of these things because the things are changing. You know, it's a little bit going to go a little bit like the video, the music industry, where people are going to get signed, and then you're going to be on a platform or with a record label. It's very, very similar. And I think there's big movement to go that way now. It isn't an easy thing to make money out of, for sure, but it's a great way of getting yourself out there, and getting yourself known by people that wouldn't necessarily come across you.
Exactly. And I don't think anyone really started by thinking about making money with this. It's just like I said, because it was a more convenient way of telling your opinions and having interesting guests. It's a bit more personal as well, you know, rather than going. If you go to any masterminds or, I don't know, big events or need to go on a stage and maybe meet other people as well, it's not that easy to discuss with them, like, you know, one-to-one in a studio, or, you know, on a exactly like we do now on this platform, on StreamYard. And you can save some data after that. You know, me being the analytical guy, I like to save it, see exactly how many people interact with you, and look at all those numbers again. That's why, you know, I'm always interested to see exactly what people, when do they listen to the podcast, when do they watch the podcast, and on what platforms, just because I would like to know those things, and we need to get better at what people want from us.
Yeah, and of course we're very good at looking at those things, which is why we're moving up, you know, very rapidly in this as well. I mean, I'm not going to say we're anywhere near the biggest. We're not, but stay with us, guys, and we're going to be growing with you all. But you know, no, I listen. It's, you know, why use them then? Right? Okay. There's a couple of ways to do this. Now, I wouldn't necessarily, you know, if you've got a business, you don't need to go to the lengths of setting up a whole channel for your business. But what you can do is you can have a chat with people that were outside of your usual group of people, your usual network,
exactly.
And you know, and go on another somebody else's podcast. There are loads of people looking for guests. Now, if you want to talk about what you do and your background, and you're happy to talk about that, and as business owners or entrepreneurs, they generally like to talk about their own business. They're happy to talk about it if they're asked the questions. And so, you know, go over there, talk to people, find a different network of people, another audience that you can link onto. So that's the first way, right? Very simple steps. But also, you can obviously do video stuff like this, and then you can put it on your website. You could talk about, do a live, or you could do a video. Not necessarily put it as a podcast, but use this sort of format and put this out there as something you want to sell, or put to build engagement, to build trust from the people, so they get to know you. I think that's going to be one of the best ways. And I know a lot of podcasters that in the States, for sure, it's all about getting yourself out there, getting people to know you, so that they get attracted to you, they get to know you, and they go, oh, what else does this guy do? What else does this lady do? What else does this coach do? What else does this marketing, you know, extraordinaire do, for example? But you know, I think, am I right in saying that it's a really good way of people getting to know you, and people
basically people, I just wanted to give an example, and I'm going to give like three examples, you know, of people that I know and they're really big into that. And let's say we're going to take Gary V. Everyone should know Gary V. If not,
if you don't know who Gary V is, then you're under a rock.
Yeah, exactly. Simon Sinek and Tom Bilyeu. I think those are three guys. Tom Bilyeu, that's his name.
Bilyeu.
Exactly.
Do you have to do that with you? Do you have to do that with Bilyeu?
I think, and I hope I pronounce it correctly, but the thing is with those guys, for example, Tom Bilyeu is a guy that was very insecure at some point, you know, again, maybe some depression and things like that. But he just sold the company that he made, I think, under the age of 30 for almost $1 billion. And what they all do, they just go to different podcasts or different shows, and they just repurpose that content on all the platforms. You know, I started seeing, obviously Gary Vee was the first one that was pushing TikTok quite a lot. Yeah. But now other people are pushing it as well. So they just crop sections of their videos, edit them, make them into 15, 20 seconds videos with nice, you know, subtitles on nice things on them. And they just present that snippet over there. So just think like that. If you had a 30-minute podcast or an interview with someone, you can just transform that into tens of videos, if not hundreds of videos, depending what you've discussed over there. And that's just great.
Yeah. You mentioned TikTok. We haven't sent it over to Matt State yet, but we'll get Matt State on the show. Mr. TikTok man at the moment, absolutely smashing it. So we're going to get him on to talk about TikTok, and there's definitely some stuff we need to learn from him. And I was talking about this with the snippets as well, about putting those on and doing that. I was talking to somebody a couple of days ago. I said, I have no idea why we aren't doing that yet, but we will be on TikTok soon. We're going to be there as well. Don't worry about that. We're going to be every bloody where.
Yeah, including some of the silly challenges. We have to do them. It's just part of the game.
What challenges? What silly challenges? What silly challenges are there?
TikTok is mainly built on challenges and things like that. Yeah. So someone comes with a new. Actually, started with new dances and things like that. So someone comes.
Of course.
And you have to copy that and do it in your own way, in your own style, all right?
Yeah.
So loads of other things, and that's why TikTok is so popular. Because if a TV star comes with something, or an actor, a musician, something like, they come up with something, loads of other people are just copying that and try to do it in their own way and just make it funny.
Yeah.
And it's really cool, to be honest. I spend quite a bit of time on TikTok.
Do you? Yeah, I haven't yet, but we will be doing. But yeah, I mean,
I think you need to learn some platforms, and obviously TikTok now. Just looking at the numbers, it's been the most downloaded app in the last 4 or 5 months, to be honest. More than Instagram, WhatsApp, Facebook, and Messenger, and whatever you want. It's been the most downloaded one, and that must tell you something. It's something is happening out there, even if you think your audience is not there, you still need to check it out.
It's the prime, what we're talking about here is, audio and visual or video, whatever you want to call it, marketing. People are using TikTok for that. People were talking about it last year. Gary Vee was talking about it. Rob Moore was talking about it as well, and Progressive Property. Those guys are big. They realize that there is, and somebody said this to us, still going off subject a little bit, but if your age range, if you want to target 20 to 30-year-olds, that's where you want to be. Now, yes, there's other people on it, but that's the demographic age. If you want to drive people that wouldn't otherwise be looking at your Facebook, for example, or possibly even your Instagram, then you can grab some people there. So, using, it's not just podcasts. It's not just audio and video podcasts and talking like this. It's just video in general. It's audio in general. It's getting that across rather than having to read something, you just want to be told it. You want to go, oh, do you know, I like this person. I want to listen to what they're saying. It's
exactly.
It isn't rocket science.
Exactly. And also the way how it's done is very addictive, just because it's video after video after video without you need without.
Oh mate, that pisses me off though. I have to be honest with you. I get bored of going through it, but then I don't use it enough for it to know what I like yet. So every time I see the same things, I'm like, I can't be fucking.
So the thing is, when you made an account and all this, is gonna learn your algorithm and what you like and what you don't like, and just say click on a video and say not interested. But yeah, we're going a bit off topic. I would just suggest everyone study TikTok, play there. Say if you don't like a video, just hold it a bit longer on the video and say not interested. And TikTok is gonna try not to show you things like that anymore. But just look at the trends there, because again, talking about people, I've seen loads of older people joining TikTok now, and that just kind of shows me that we still like to be kids even when we're older, because they're doing all these silly challenges and they're having fun, things that most of them forgot, to be honest. And that's the
there are a lot of people in the and I'm in the older age bracket, I suppose, if you want to call that, but I'm young and youthful, although I have covered my hair up today with a cap. Does that make me look more young and youthful? If I put my glasses on as well, I look completely different. But but yeah, I don't know where was I? Lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, so there are the other generations like on TikTok doing silly things on TikTok because they've got all this spare time. So it brings us nicely to the fact that there are different forms of audio and visual, and you can use them all. You can use a few, you can use a couple and get the hang of it, which I would recommend. And then you do other things. I mean, Facebook Live videos, you can just do with your phone. I mean, I do them, and, lots of people do them. But the one thing I find with doing it on your own, and this isn't just because I've done them on my own, and now I'm co-hosting, which is sort of new, and I'm really enjoying it so far. We're the first day in, so I would do, wouldn't I? Want to get pissed off?
I hope so.
I just switch the screen off. What was I saying? It's use whatever form you need to get out there, but I think going on a podcast is good because you get to chat to somebody else and they ask you questions, and often they've got an agenda for their show. So it sort of takes the onus off of you. You haven't really got to think about anything. If they're a good host, they will ask you questions, won't they? They're going to open up to you.
But even if they don't, let's just take it like this. First of all, if you have something to say, stop being afraid to say it, right? Just go out there and do it. Obviously, don't go unprepared and try to push the same bullshit like most of the people are doing it. Sorry for the bad language.
That's right. I'm going to listen. It's past 9 o'clock. It's past the watershed, and the words are going to slip out. You know what my language is like. But it's I'm going to keep it sort of a bit like that.
Yeah,
we'll judge everybody. We'll judge every guest.
But the thing is, obviously, try to, again, push yourself. Try to understand and try to make a point of why you're better than others, why your story is different, and what you're planning to do, or what's your mission, what you try to do, and just go out there and push yourself on podcasts. Talk with people. Just say whatever you want to say about you, and let people know you, because that's the only way of actually doing things.
Yeah.
If you stay hidden in places and being afraid of being judged or other things, it's not really going to work for you.
Fuck 'em. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself and just get yourself out there and talk about it. Listen, we all make mistakes. We all mess up, and when usually if they're a good host, they're going to make you feel at ease anyway. And you haven't really got to worry about too much, to be fair.
And if it's a crappy host, that's perfect, because you need to get that. You need to get one of those as well, just to know exactly
what you want to
say. Yeah, just to know exactly how to deal with them in the future.
Wait a second. We've got Nicola Barrett on. She says, "Hi, Elliot," and then she's gone. She's put this. She's gone. No, not that one.
Yeah, I know which one you want to say.
So yeah,
hi Nicola. I'm very. I'll try not to say that word too many times, but yeah, I've seen too many things, in my life, and there are things that annoy me a bit sometimes, because I think we have to be genuine, and try to do things in the right way. But it's up to everyone.
Definitely. Well, listen, one of our biggest fans is here. Hi, Mum. Big love to you. Thank you very much for joining from Spain, of course.
Hello, Elliot's mum.
So nobody chomping at the bit for the chat bot yet. So don't forget, guys, if you do want to get a free chat bot set up for your business page, then make sure, if you watch this afterwards, get over onto the press the send message button on the Essex Business Radio Facebook page, and then when it gets into the questions, ask a question, press that, and say, "Can I have a chatbot, please?" Dead simple. Okay, so we're going to carry on with
pizza, to be honest. Same principle.
Same principle. Say that again.
Yeah, it seemed like you'd order a pizza. Same principle. Just, can I have a chatbot?
Yeah, can I have a chatbot, please? Yeah.
With pepperoni.
But you're not all getting one. Okay, so we've talked about, I think, the benefits of audio, visual, that audio video marketing. Tomorrow, let's talk about how we can get stuff out there, how we can help people to maybe start doing a podcast and things like that. So we can chat about that tomorrow, I think, right?
Yeah, we can chat about that. We can even talk about something that not many people are talking about, but actually, what type of equipment do you need?
Exactly, that's what we talk about.
The cost and all those kind of things, because most of the time you see people doing things or talking about them, but they don't really tell you the financial side behind that. Or what's the process of doing that. And I think those are really important, even when you're doing simple things.
Definitely. No, and we're going to cover that tomorrow. We're going to go over that. So if you want to hear about that tomorrow, then make sure you're with us at 9 p.m. tomorrow. Adrian, it's been an absolute pleasure chatting with you. I'm looking forward to getting some guests in as well. I'm excited about this. A little nervous. No, I'm not really. No, I've done a few of these now.
No, I think every story deserves to be listened, as long as there's a genuine one. So people just be aware that we're going to be a bit rude, if that's not the case.
If you haven't got a pivotal idea and it's something that everybody's doing and it's not brand new, we may rip you a little bit. So you better be quick on your feet and come up with something new at the time. But we are looking forward to chatting to every guest that's going to be coming on and is booked in. If you do want to get on the show and you've got something pivotal, something new, something fresh, innovative to chat about, something you're using or you're getting your clients to use, or something new that you've never used, but you think this is going to be the thing that's going to help everybody to level up, so everybody can adopt, adapt, and improve together. Let's all grow together. Thanks for co-hosting with me, Adrian Dorobantu.
Thank you. It was a lovely co-hosting session, and I enjoyed it. And thank you to everyone who watched us and listened to us and commented on the posts.
Yeah, definitely. I thank everybody as well. Thank everybody for joining us and all the support and everything, all the comments we're getting and all the messages that we're getting as well. It's encouraging. We love it. It's worth doing if we're making a difference to just a few business people's lives or potential startup people or entrepreneurs. Then we're doing the right thing. That's all I know.
Exactly. And if you guys, you want any topics that you want us to discuss or maybe help you with, just put that in the comments or send a message to Essex Business Radio or to Elliot personally, doesn't matter. And we're going to try to do our best and open that topic and help you with whatever you want.
Go to the chat bot, go to the send message button on Essex Business Radio page, and then just where it says ask a question, put that in, and then ask a question, or just put in there something that you'd like to listen to, or drop a message below. Let us know below.
Exactly. We're going to try to find the best solution for you or the best answer.
We have. But if you do want to get booked on the show, we probably have. There may be a couple of slots over the next few weeks, but it's going to be a few weeks until you can get on. But this is going to be live every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 9 p.m. UK time. So make sure you catch us here. Thank you, Adrian Dorobantu.
Thank you, Elliot, and thank you, everyone else.
All right, well, it's been myself, Elliot Brown, and Adrian Dorobantu for the Pivotal Podspective. And we're looking forward to the guests. So if you want to get on, then we've just told you. But if you have some ideas that you want to talk about, you need to do this. You need to get on here, because if you've got some ideas that are going to help people, we need to hear about it. We want to soak up that knowledge and help everybody else out as well. But if you want to find out more about Essex Business Radio, then you can go and find us pretty well everywhere across all social medias, Essex Business Radio, apart from Twitter, which is Essex Biz Radio, BIZZ. You can go to our website where you can find articles, some nice articles, some business related articles, but nothing too heavy about COVID and bits and pieces like that. We've got some nice articles, some stuff that's going to be good, that's going to help you, some things you should know and should learn. That's there on the EssexBusinessRadio.com website. You can find all the podcasts there. And don't forget, if you want the free app, download it now at your any good app stores, the Essex Business Radio app. Otherwise, you can find us on pretty well every place you can find podcasts, virtually Essex Business Radio. Listen, what else can we do? We're just giving them everything, everywhere. What else can I say?
There's no point in holding it, so
definitely not. We're just going to get it out. Here you go, mate. It's been a pleasure. Thanks very much. I shall catch up with you tomorrow, where we're going to be chatting about podcasts and audio and video marketing as well. So our pinpoint on that, there's going to be plenty of people that have got other ideas as well. They're going to be coming on the show fairly soon. Thanks very much, Adrian Dorobantu. It's me, Elliot Brown, here, and we're going to say ciao for now.
Brown cow.
Peace out.